Halloween Horror Nights 30. Never go alone. The world's premier Halloween event. Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights, now in its 30th year, brings together terrifying haunted houses, sinister scare zones, outrageous live entertainment, and some of the park's most exhilarating attractions. Jack the Clown will be back as well, lunging from the shadows when you least expect it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth.
What's up, everybody? It is a Wednesday night. We're at Universal. Tonight is HHN RIP Tour night. Jen and I are really excited. This is Jen's very first trip to HHN. This is both of our very first RIP tour.
Yes.
They're gonna walk us through to the front of the line at each one of the houses, go through the scare zones, see the shows. Man, it is going to be a fun night.
I'm gonna feel like the horror queen.
The Horror Queen. All right, guys, come along. This is HHN. Okay, so we made one lap around the park so far. We're about to go check in for our tour. What do you think so far? It's
I think we're gonna walk a lot of steps.
I told you. It's like a 10-miler tonight. It's hard to see the event during the day because there's no hiding for the scare actors. But once it gets dark, the mood changes.
Yeah.
But we're going to take you along to Cafe La Bamba. We're going to check in for our tour. They're going to have some light hors d'oeuvres for us and some more drink.
We'll take you along for the ride.
We'll take you along for the ride. Let's go. Let's go. We just got done with our little appetizers. What'd you think?
It was good. I had a small selection, but I mean.
It wasn't like gourmet, but it wasn't bad. I mean, I thought it was pretty decent. I'm full.
Yeah, definitely full.
So we're about to start with our tour guide. We're in a semi-private, well, not a semi-private, we're in a public tour, but it's limited to 12 people per tour. And we're here with one friend of ours, so there's 3 of us out of the 12. But we are about to get started. I don't know how this is going to go because we got to do all 10 houses, all 4 scare zones, both shows. So it's going to be a long night. So this is the 30 Years, 30 Fears scare zone. Right as you come through the park, sort of as a waypoint, that's the entrance to the park. Coming down the main drag. This is the first scare zone you'll come to if you walk straight through the park. Ooh! So it's another pretty busy night here. This is not the busiest I've seen it, but there's a fair amount of people around. Being on a VIP tour helps a little bit because obviously we're not gonna have to wait in line, so the crowds don't bother me as much tonight.
Universal Monsters, The Bride of Frankenstein lives. This time, the Bride of Frankenstein is stepping out of the shadows and taking her fate into her own bloody hands. The mate will have her monster, and the monster his mate. Enter the tower ruins where Frankenstein's monster pulled the lever to bring down the walls and destroy him and his bride. Recoil in horror as she tries to bring him back at any cost, honing her diabolical genius one harvested body part at a time. Don't get caught between her and the brides of Dracula, who she captures and drains in hopes of reanimating her love. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You've seen the 1974 horror classic. Now it's your turn to experience it for yourself. Enter the dilapidated Sawyer house and meet Leatherface and his demented family of merciless butchers. Will you make it out in one piece or in pieces? Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. You're about to discover the sinister reality behind the seemingly innocent childhood tradition. Step into an old manor house that has been swarmed by yellow-clawed fiends, dripping with blood, teeth, and gore. Grit your teeth as you see the evil fairies extract their toothed bounty by force.
We just left the world of the controller. Now we're heading into Crypt TV. What do you have to say about Crypt TV?
I don't know much about it, so.
I bet we don't know anything about it, but we're about to find out. Okay, so during the RIP tour, there is a private area in Lombards where members of the RIP tours can stop. There's a bar, you can use the restroom, have a seat, and we have done just that. But I wanted to take a moment and talk about what we've done so far. So far we've gone through 3 or 4 scare zones, and we've done 4 houses.
4 scare zones, 4 houses.
Okay, so the houses so far: Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, Bride of Frankenstein, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the Icons house. There's not a clear-cut winner so far.
No, we still got what?
There's 6 to go.
6 more to go.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna finish our drinks and sit and because we've already walked several miles probably.
Yeah,
and
let's give it a look. So we're looking at 5 miles right now. We've walked 11,000 steps.
Welcome to Scary, Horror in the Heartland. The town placed a sign at the entrance to Cary, Ohio, saying it's a nice place to live. Unfortunately, nobody lives here very long. No one escaped from Cary, where bad things just happen, and new terrors rain down year after year.
Beetlejuice. Say it once, say it twice, say it 3 times, say it 3 times. It's time to turn up the juice. It's time to turn up the juice. It's original film. It's original film. It's the more twisted and terrifying than Beetlejuice. Haunt Beetlejuice. Send you screaming out of your Puppet Theater, Captive Audience. Open Scene, a creepy abandoned old theater from the early 1900s, San Francisco. A puppeteer and a ballet troupe have been trapped there ever since, and they'd kill for an audience. Whether you're a puppet or a patron, that's your cue to scream. Netflix, The Haunting of Hill House. Enter the decaying remains of an aging mansion that lives, even if all who dwell there are long dead. Each unsettling room, each darkened hallway takes you deeper and deeper into your worst nightmares. Come face to face with the tall man, the bit neck lady, the ghost in the basement, and more. Enter the Red Room, and you may find yourself spending all of eternity listening to the sound of your own screams.
You're about to enter Hill House.
The wicked growth realm of the pumpkin. An evil rot has taken root in the land. It's time once again for the rise of the Pumpkin Lord, who grows Halloween like a malignant vine. His minions are scouring the countryside collecting unwilling sacrifices in order to summon the Pumpkin Lord.
Case files unearthed, legendary truth. Step into the shoes of Boris Schuster, a hard-boiled private eye investigating the supernatural. Follow his search for clues into the darkness of a shadowy film noir world, populated by ghosts, poltergeists, and all manner of monstrous terrors. Halloween Horror Nights icons captured. Over the last 30 years, Halloween Horror Nights has introduced a murderer's row of original characters. Now they've joined forces, some newly risen to true icon status, to form a monstrous hell of fame, taunting and terrifying you at every turn.
We're back.
And this time, it's all of us!
All right, so we found our seats. We're here for the show down there. I don't know what to expect other than they said it's high energy with lots of fire.
I like Founder Group.
Hey, so we just got out of Halloween Nightmare Fuel. What'd you think of it?
It was great. There's a lot of surprising aspects of it.
There was a sort of a storyline that went through it. There was a lot of aerialism and fire. There was lots and lots of fire. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Now from outside the event, we're out in City Walk, taking a little breather before we take the 14-mile hike to the car. Jim, what did you think?
It was really busy. I would have to say if I had to wait in all those lines, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much.
The RIP tours, it's basically either a private or a semi-private VIP tour through the event. You have a guide who takes you literally to the front of the line for every house. You get reserved seating at the show, and you get some pre-event hors d'oeuvres and some private bar times. Now, RIP tour is not cheap. I think I paid $225 a ticket. For two of us, it was, $450 plus tax. It's $500.
Make sure we include that does not include your Halloween Horror Nights ticket itself.
Yeah.
So you still have to purchase that.
Exactly right.
I really did enjoy the RIP tour. I honestly believe that if you are a person who has one night and want to explore the entire experience, I would definitely suggest buying the RIP tour. I mean, I got to see everything. I got to experience everything. You have plenty of time during the tour to have bathroom break. At the end of your tour, you're released, and you probably had about an hour to, do your last minute shopping. I mean, obviously, you're not going to want to carry around that stuff anyway.
Right. But keep in mind, we're here on a Wednesday night, and the event's only open till 1, but it's open till 2 on the weekend, so you have more time on the weekends. So
Yeah,
that was a straight
6 hours.
That was a straight 6 hours of booking it through. But as far as the event itself goes, I enjoyed all the houses. I enjoyed most of the scare zones. Some of them are kind of weird a little. But you're not going to win every single time. What's not my cup of tea is somebody else's favorite. So,
Right.
But speaking of favorites, let's talk about our favorite houses real quick. What's your favorite?
Geez, that's a hard one because there was a lot of good ones. And I'll tell you though, the last one that we went in, that was the only one that actually got me to do like literally jump scare. Like
Right.
I was like, holy cow, that just happened. Yes, it did, and kept on going.
Case Files Unearthed.
Yeah. Okay. Case Files Unearthed. So I mean, it was
That
definitely interesting.
That was one of my top 2. That one, and then Wicked Growth were my top 2 favorite
Yeah.
houses. But I don't have anything negative to say. I also have a frequent fear pass, so I'll come back multiple times before the event's over. As a new Orlando resident and our first real trip to HHN, our first real experience with HHN, I'm not disappointed at all.
No. And that's the thing. Like the minute that you walk into the park, you're just, it's like you're immersed in nothing but like Halloween and the horror of it all.
I'm glad we came, and I'm very tired, and I'm ready to go home. And so we're gonna finish this up.
It's hot. It's sticky.
Yeah. But thank you, Jen, for coming with me. I know this was this was more Scott than Jennifer, and she's always a great sport when it comes to these kinds of things. So I owe her one. You heard me say it right here, right now. I owe her one, whatever that means. So guys, thank you as always for coming along with us. And if never lost, then never found.
So go get lost.
You bring your friends. I'll bring mine.